Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? Today we're going to talk about targeting businesses on Main Street, USA. These retail businesses. Everybody is excited. Pay with Litecoin. They want to get businesses, and they want to get mass adoption. They want everybody accepting Litecoin. I want it worse than anybody, but we have to be targeted in what we do, who we go after, and we have to have the right type of strategy in mind so we capitalize on our efforts and we get the right types of places accepting Litecoin right now that really have a need for it. That's the key. That's the whole key here. These businesses have to have a need. Remember, talked about in one of the last videos, we love Litecoin. We love it. We hold it. We store it. We want to use it. We're really into crypto, but most businesses out there, they probably have never heard of Litecoin. They just want to get paid. They want money to go from the customer to them, to their bank account, so they could pay the bills, pay themselves, and keep the business running. They usually aren't going to care if you tell them, hey, it's Visa, hey, it's a check, hey, it's Litecoin. If it works seamlessly in their operation, the business is going to be happy. So there is a lot of advantages of accepting Litecoin, as we always talk about. I always talk about it. A lot of advantages over the existing payment system. So let's start with the types of businesses we want to go after. We're walking down Main Street, USA, in any town, America, right? Who do we go into? So you want to go into businesses that sell items that are of higher value. So these would be jewelers, furniture stores, places selling cars or auto accessories, clothing stores, designer sneaker stores and designer shoe stores, and electronics. These businesses right now have a big need for Litecoin, and I'll explain why. These businesses are selling items, again, higher in value, so they have inherently a lot more risk when they accept a credit card. It's more risky if they lose money from that sale. So just the fraud factor alone is big for these businesses. And then not to mention, fees are big too. I mean, if on a couple $1,000 sale, if you're going to save $100 in fees, $100 is a lot of money, right? So let me explain why these businesses are easy to go after and it's easy to fit it into their operation. Okay. If you go into a restaurant, you notice that the restaurant, when you go place your order, they punch the order into that computerized cash register system called the point of sale system. Restaurants do a lot of small transactions. So a restaurant right now for Litecoin, it's going to be hard to fit it into their environment just right now. I mean, like I said, all this stuff is coming, all the integrations are coming down the line, but we want to focus on right now, like today. You want to go out there and have somebody start accepting Litecoin. So again, these businesses I said before, these jewelers, these furniture stores, these auto accessories places, clothing stores, sneaker stores, shoe stores, they don't use that type of point of sale system typically that the restaurant's going to be using. So I'll show you how these guys, these businesses are processing payments right now. So see a device like this? This is a credit card terminal that a lot of you people have probably seen. This is used in businesses all over America. It's a popular terminal. It's only processes credit cards. Doesn't do anything else, does no type of inventory or anything like that. Just again, when you use this device, you just go to it, you punch in the amount on the keypad, and then a receipt comes out. You put the card in, a receipt pops out. Okay, that's one very popular method that we see these types of businesses using. Another popular method is they'll use a tablet with a card reader plugged in. Here I have a Clover Go card reader. I sell Clover service because I'm a credit card processor. Square is another one of these popular devices you'll see. So when they use a device like this, all they're doing is loading an app onto the tablet and then just using this device to actually read the card. And again, in this situation, they're usually just going to this device to process these one-off payments. Typically, again, these businesses do larger sales. They may only do 1 or 2 sales a day, but the sales could each be $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Okay, so you guys are starting to see the types of businesses that are going to have, they're either going to use this type of device where they just process single payments, or they're going to use this type of credit card terminal. Okay, now we go into this type of business and we offer them Litecoin. They're going to say, well, why do I want to process Litecoin? I'm processing credit cards. It seems to work fine, right? There is a lot of advantages for these businesses of accepting Litecoin. Like I said before, they cannot get a chargeback on a Litecoin transaction, which is really big, right? These businesses that are selling these items, like let's take a sneaker store or a furniture store, they're going to get phone orders. So phone orders, somebody calls from, I'm in Jersey area. They call us in Jersey, a retail business, and they're in Florida. They want to order the sneakers, right? So they call into us, the sneaker spot, and they say, hey, we want to order these sneakers from you, right? Can you ship them out to us? So to that business, that's going to be a risk because they're going to say, okay, can we have your credit card number? And if the credit card processes, they're going to ship out those sneakers, right? Now, this is the situation, the number one situation as a merchant credit card processor that I see fraud occurring. It's when the business received a phone call, an inbound call into the business, somebody wants to order goods, and they ship those goods out. Okay, so this is sometimes easily spotted if it's the owner of the business taking the call. Sometimes they're going to see these red flags more often. Maybe they don't ship the goods out, right, and accept that credit card. But employees of the business want to make the sale. So they're going to not have the same threshold of judgment typically as the owner's going to have. They're going to say, gee, I'm going to make a $100 commission off selling this item. I want to push the sale through, right? So they're going to push the sale through. It could be a risky situation. And again, 1 month, 2 months, 4 months later, the business can lose the money from that credit card transaction. So if we introduce Litecoin to them and say, hey, you could start accepting Litecoin now for phone orders without any fear of chargeback or losing the money, they're going to be very interested because most of these businesses have experienced some type of fraud or chargeback. And they're going to say, well, why can't this Litecoin transaction have a chargeback? Okay? And like I said, we'll go into some more details. Always, always, always stay away from too much what I call crypto genius knowledge. Okay? We don't want to confuse the merchant and get them, overthinking this and have their head spinning. We want to focus on the key points. So number 1, no chargeback can occur. Number 2, the bank or processor cannot hold the funds. This is another problem that these businesses get, right? They might sell the item and it's, say we're coming into spring now and they haven't done much business for the last 6 months. Business has been slow. And they take a $5,000 transaction or $10,000 transaction, and it's way more than they usually do. The merchant processor is usually not going to fund that money to the business. They're going to hold it up. They're going to do what's called a fraud investigation. They're going to want to see invoices. They're going to want to contact the cardholder. Now, the cardholder has to pick up the phone. Now they're going to be like, they're going to question it too on their end. They're going to say, gee, what's going on? Does this merchant not sell items this expensive usually? So I see this all the time. This is not a good situation. Businesses are not happy when this occurs, right? So again, Litecoin, this cannot happen. Litecoin clears every 2.5 minutes. It's finalized, right? Finalized, it's done. And you don't have to wait 2.5 minutes. A Litecoin transaction, you see it authorized in seconds, just like the credit card transaction. Okay, so these types of businesses we go into, Main Street USA, you guys find a furniture store, right? You tell them these reasons, the no chargebacks, the no bank holds, no processor holds, and they say, hey, we are interested. We want to process Litecoin. Now, how do we set them up? So this is where it gets even better, right? So remember, I showed you before this credit card terminal. You're going to see a lot of businesses still using these. It's called a standalone credit card terminal, right? So we can actually add value to these businesses by setting them up with Coinbase Commerce, okay? Coinbase Commerce will modernize their operation, and these businesses will usually appreciate this because, again, it's going to make them seem more advanced. It's going to make everything they do seem more official. You can send out a payment link through Coinbase Commerce, okay? So I'm going to take an example. This is one of my merchants, merchant processing customer that I've had for years. He sells items over the phone. He sells parts for Corvettes. He's called Super Vets. So here is and he's using Coinbase Commerce, right? So here is a payment link that he would send out to one of his customers, how it would look. So I'm gonna show you guys how powerful this is. So he talks to somebody on the phone. They say, hey, Jason, we want to buy an extreme rear spoiler from you. You sold us, right? Can you send it? So he's going to say, great, I'm going to send you guys out a payment link. And he's even going to give a discount for paying with Litecoin or Bitcoin, right? So when the customer receives the payment link and clicks on it, here's what they see on their end. So you get, again, you see it shows the business name up top, exactly what they're getting. We can even put a logo in there. And then a spot to put their name and their email address. So again, this is very clean. It's very professional. Very professional. Now, compared to this credit card terminal or device where it's just going to print out a paper receipt in black and white. It's going to give no detail on what they bought, no protection to them at all. They can have a chargeback. So again, we've modernized their operation by giving them a Coinbase Commerce, which lets them send out a payment link. This is the first screen the customer will see when they click on that payment link. So they click on it, they fill in their information. The second thing, this is when they put in their information. Again, I put in my information, email address, okay? Now they put that in. It brings them to a screen and says, what type of currency do you want to use? Do you want to use Bitcoin or Litecoin right now? Okay? So then they're going to click on their end. Do they want to send Bitcoin? Do they want to send Litecoin? And obviously, we always recommend Litecoin for payments. It clears much faster, and it's a lot less expensive to send on the customer's end. So it's just a better overall experience on the seller's end and on the buyer's end to send Litecoin. Okay, so they click on Litecoin, and this is the next screen that pops up. Okay, so now if they want to copy and paste the Litecoin address, and then the exact amount of Litecoin to send over. Now, like I say, QR code processing is so simple. If you see at the bottom, it says show QR code instead. So they would click on that, and then this would appear. And this would be the final screen. They would see this. And the beautiful thing, when they see this, if they go to scan it and send Litecoin to this QR code, it's going to automatically populate the amount they have to send over. I mean, this is seamless. And then they just hit send, and voila, it clears in a matter of 2 minutes. It's done. This is amazing. It's amazing how fast it clears. No chance of fraud. So again, this is going to be a really, really, really big advantage for this business by introducing this to them. Think of Litecoin as a digital form of cash, okay? So Businesses always liked getting cash. They always love getting cash, right? On a phone order or an e-commerce order, up until Litecoin and Bitcoin, it wasn't possible to get cash on a phone sale or on a sale through the internet. Now it is. Again, Litecoin's a digital form of cash. They send it to you. You have it in a matter of a minute or two. Okay, this is very, very, very big. Okay. Try to see what we follow up on. I think that's it for today, guys. So, again, I don't want to bore you guys with details. Always keep it basic out there with people. Again, Coinbase Commerce is awesome. It modernizes their operation, lets them send out these easy payment links. So one last thing I'll talk about. We always want to fit into what we're doing, do what, whatever we're selling or offering. Again, now, so we're going to offer Litecoin payments, right? We want to fit it into their operation. We don't want to make them have to buy anything new, set up too much, any new hardware up. So again, what's beautiful about Coinbase Commerce is you use it through any computer. It's web-based. You log into it. So all you need is access to a computer and access to a smartphone. I mean, almost every business in America has these two items. So there's no cost to them to start doing this. You can set them up with this on the spot. In a matter of 20, 30 minutes, you could have them set up. Coinbase Commerce, you could build some checkouts in behind the scenes for them. When you set up Coinbase Commerce, it's very important. It gives you 12 words. I'll do another video specifically on how to set it up. It gives you 12 words. You plug those into a Jaxx wallet. So when you send out the payment links, the money flows right into your Jaxx wallet. And then you do with it what you want with it. You send it back to any exchange to convert back into US dollar, or hold the Litecoin and let it go up in price and make more money down the line. So again, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for listening, and I'll come back with more videos. Take care. Bye.